going over the warm-up I posted for today. Just a couple of things to look at. If we're trying to graph a quadratic, so there's our quadratic function. A is -1, B is 4, and C is 3. These were the notes we did for 9.2. We want to find the axis of symmetry, right? AOS. It's the opposite of B over 2A. You notice I actually did that one wrong the first time I had to fix it. So I did opposite of B, so -4 over 2 times -1. -4 over -2 gets me +2. I take that value, that's my x value, plug it in to find the y value, the vertex. And notice when I plug that in, guys, it's the opposite of 2 squared plus 4 times 2 plus 3. I do the math and I get 7. When you do that on the calculator, I know again you guys might not have graphing calculators, but I would just do like the opposite, and whatever I'm plugging in, I put in parentheses 2, close it, squared, and again this works on your multi-view calculators or whatever you have, plus 4 times 2, and then plus 3. And every time I enter values into the quadratic equation, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm just plugging it in like that, and I could do it mentally, but if I plug it in, hit enter, it gives me my output, especially if you have decimals or fractions like the second one. But once I get the vertex, okay, I sketch the vertex. Notice how I put my x and y axis. I knew that I was going to 2, 7, so I moved my x-axis down a bit, kind of squared it away so I have enough room on my graph, because these things really get slow. They go down very quickly or grow very quickly, so we would run out of room. All right, then once we plot the vertex, which was 2, 7, I did a dotted line for my axis of symmetry. And I only have to find really like 1 or 2 other points because the axis of symmetry helps me find the other one. 0 is always an easy number to plug in. I know 0 is going to get me 3, so 0, 3. Using symmetry, if I'm 2 away from my line of symmetry, I'll be 2 away on the other side. I got 2 points. I plugged in the order, I plugged in x equal 1. Again, I just did that math very quickly. Watch that negative sign. When I plug in 1, I get 6. When I graphed it, 1, 6, and then I just use symmetry. If I'm 1 away here, I'm 1 away there, and a nice rounded parabola going down. And that's it. That's all I need. Okay, I don't need any more. If I do more, I might end up being off the paper. Question number 2. There's my quadratic. So I did the opposite of B over 2A to find the axis of symmetry. This time I got 3 halves. I plugged 3 halves into the quadratic. Once again, just to make things easier, I just go to the calculator. If I'm going to plug in 3 halves, I do 2 parentheses 1.5. I just did that, change that to a decimal. Plus, it's minus. Let me get out of there. Let me try that again. Okay, where was I here? 2 parentheses 1.5 squared minus 6 times 1.5. Close that, and then plus 1. I just let the calculator do the work for me. I get -3.5 for the vertex. So there's my -3.5. I sketch, and I just estimate where this is. Once again, I kind of adjust my x and y to figure out where I'm going to be and how much paper I need. So I go over to 1.5, -3.5. There's my vertex. And then I just plot it. I put in 0. When I plugged in 0, I got 1. Use symmetry. I'm 1 1/2 away, 1/2, 1. When I plugged in the ordered pair 1, I got -3. So again, 1 got me -3. I'm 1/2 away, I'm 1/2 away. I plugged in another ordered pair 4, 9. It's off my paper, so I just stop right there and I draw my parabola opening upward. All right, and then lastly, on the vertical motion model, I know typically it's -16t squared plus vt plus s. In this case, they gave us a different model to model the movement of the ball, and they want us to find the time it takes the ball to get to the maximum height. That's just my x value of the vertex, or t, opposite of b over 2a, and then plug it in. That will find the max height. So when I did that, all right, I just went ahead, did the opposite of b over 2a, let the calculator do the work, and you could round this if you want. I got 0.3877 seconds. That's actually t equals, not x. That's our time. And then I took that value, plugged it in, once again, pretty much letting the calculator do the work for me. And again, if you rounded that, that's fine. I ended up getting about 1.2367 meters. All right, that's our warm-up for the day. I will go forward, put the notes together for the next section, 9.3, and we'll see where we are for Friday. All right, talk to you in a bit.